It was early summer of 2004 when we bought our first home. Leah and I had been married less than a year, and she was pregnant with our first son. The house was just under 700 square feet, needed to be rewired, had no working heat, and had been unloved for several years. We also had no money, but were young and ambitious. The first thing I did was completely rewire the house. Crawling through the tiny attic in July was unpleasant, but with new wiring and electric heat, we were ready to live there. It wasn't too much later that the roof started to leak over the bathroom. 3 gables draining onto a low slope was a stupid design. After discussion of patching, rubber membranes, and even a living roof, we decided the best long-term solution was to fix the design. So we ripped the roof off. Of course, it rained almost every day afterwards, so it was life under the big blue tarp. Leah wisely took our baby to her parents as tools, boards, and feet were falling through the ceiling. Thanks to help from my grandfather and several friends, we were finally able to get dried in before serious storms came through. Before the roof, though, was the laundry room. This had been an enclosed porch with green indoor-outdoor carpet and OSB walls with OSB trim. When we tore into it, we discovered that the OSB was there to hide the termite damage. We basically rebuilt the entire room, reframing the walls, with the help of Leah's father. Unfortunately, we didn't have money for new windows, so these are still the old ones. For a time, this functioned as our extended kitchen, and now as the laundry/utility/pantry. There used to be a back door here, but we closed it off so that we would have more storage space. The kitchen was almost non-existent. It had been a very dark blue paint with odd wallpaper borders. There was a window, some nasty linoleum flooring, a shallow sink with about 18 inches of counter space, and a row of cabinets that were too shallow to even hold a plate. All of it went, with new flooring, custom cabinets, new sink, countertops, lighting, and ceiling. We changed the window to a door, and finally, we had a functional kitchen. The appliances are all fairly new. The glass on the cabinets is beaded seed glass, and the backsplash we just recently finished is stained cedar boards that have been burnt with high voltage electricity. They're called Lichtenberg figures. Each one is unique as the electricity makes a path through the wood. The back door opens onto a patio with fireplace and pergola. It's a nice place to sit in the evening and roast marshmallows, or just sit around the fire. And since we're already here, here's the backyard. Though the house is in town, it feels very private. There's lots of trees, songbirds. The pecan tree, which produces every other year or so, has a nice branch for a swing. It's a very pleasant place to be. I got tired of going up and down a ladder in order to work on the loft upstairs, so I built these. They were only going to be temporary until I could figure out my more complicated vision, but everyone liked them, so we made them permanent. The posts are made from black walnut, the handrails are Brazilian cherry, the landing is poplar, and the stairs themselves are yellow pine. The alternating treads seem odd at first, but they're really quite easy to navigate. The The loft was more like a treehouse for a time as we gathered funds and ideas for how to finish it. The upstairs is open to the wood stove below. This allows the coolness of the air conditioner to fall to the rest of the house and the heat to rise in the winter. The ceiling is stained poplar. The lights are all LED. This small room off to the side has been used as an office, a nursery, and currently as a third bedroom. The shelves under the bed roll out to access all the storage space under the bed. Currently, there's a curtain that is used for privacy. There's a small access door on the right for additional storage in the attic. The view from the south-facing windows puts you up among the trees. The bedrooms were mostly cosmetic touches. Each room has a wall heater, which can be controlled individually. This room got a ceiling fan and some paint. Boys' room has undergone a few changes. The old carpet was ripped up, but the hardwood underneath was going to be a lot of work to restore. So we ended up putting in new carpet. The walls were painted, first yellow, then blue. The bathroom was originally pretty bad looking, with dirty plastic paneling and linoleum floors. There was a window where the shower wall is now, on the right side. The sink was an old wall-mounted unit with separate hot and cold spigots that you could barely get your hands under. The toilet sat in the corner next to the sink, and there was a closet that housed the water heater where the toilet is now. We give it new flooring, wood ceiling, lighting, vent fan, new window, beadboard walls, a shower surround, new vanity, and new toilet. We also refinished the tub and made a new door. The bathroom's still small, but it's much nicer looking. Before we built the loft, this was our living room. My father helped me build the stone hearth and install the wood stove shortly after we moved in. We've since replaced the carpet with pergo flooring. New paint, beadboard ceiling, and new ceiling fan. There's a storage area underneath the landing, and the shoe rack will slide out. We left off our story with the house looking like this. We added insulation and replaced all the windows, except for the laundry room, before moving on to hardy plank siding and stonework. We also installed architectural shingles. The landing originally was just asphalt over a culvert. My first bridge was made out of reclaimed wood that wasn't meant for outdoor use. Now it's a pergola-style bridge with grapes growing on it. The cracked cement walkway was replaced with Italian travertine tiles. The gravel walk around the house doubles as drainage, diverting rainwater around the house. front porch was blessed by new entry doors and a slate floor to replace the concrete and broken linoleum. The large plastic greenhouse is an added bonus for storage and/or workshop. We've spent 13 years here, raising 3 boys through all seasons. Despite the small yard, the boys found the hillside to explore, a tree house to play in, and a dead-end street to safely play on. We have many sweet memories of this home, and we will miss it deeply, but it is time to move on. I hope the next owner is blessed by this house and makes many more memories here.